Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talk English Today, the podcast that makes learning English fun and easy. I'm Alex, your host for today, and I'm here with my amazing co-host, Aria. How are you doing today, Aria?
Hi, Alex. I'm doing great, thank you. Hello to all our wonderful listeners. Whether you're just starting or already learning, this podcast will help you feel more confident in English.
That's right. Learning English is a journey, and we're here to help you every step of the way. In today's episode, we're talking about something exciting: understanding English without translation. Have you ever listened to English and tried to translate every word in your head? It can feel slow and difficult, right?
Yes, it happens to many learners. They hear a sentence, then translate it into their language, and then think of a reply. But that takes too much time. When you learn to understand English naturally, without translating, everything becomes easier.
Exactly. Imagine watching a movie without subtitles or having a conversation in English without needing a dictionary. It feels amazing. It makes English more natural and fun.
That's right. Today we'll talk about why translation slows you down, how to train your brain to think in English, and some simple exercises to help you improve.
And don't worry, you don't need to be perfect. Learning a new language takes time, and every small step is progress. Just listen, practice, and enjoy the process.
Yes, so grab a cup of tea, relax, and let's get started.
When you stop translating and start thinking in English, you become faster and more confident. You don't need to search for words in your native language first.
Yes, and when you think in English, your pronunciation improves too. You start speaking more naturally, just like native speakers.
Also, your listening skills get better. If you always translate, you might miss words, but if you focus on meaning, you understand more.
That's true. Thinking in English helps in daily life too. Imagine shopping, ordering food, or traveling without needing a translation app. That's real freedom.
And it's not just about travel. What if you want to watch an English movie without subtitles? Or understand a song in English? Thinking in English helps you enjoy these things more.
Yes. And if you are studying or working, it helps too. Maybe you want to take a class in English or have a job interview. When you think in English, you don't feel nervous. You can speak and answer questions more easily.
That's a great point. Some people worry about making mistakes, but when you think in English, you don't stop to check every word, you just speak. And that makes you sound more natural.
Exactly, and remember, you don't need to know every English word. Even native speakers don't know all the words. The important thing is to understand the idea and keep going.
Yes, learning a language is like learning to ride a bike. At first, it feels slow and difficult, but the more you practice, the easier it gets. Thinking in English is the same. The more you do it, the faster and better you become.
That's a great example. And one more thing, when you think in English, you don't just learn words. You also learn grammar, sentence structure, and the way English speakers really talk.
Yes, it's like training your brain. If you train your brain to think in English, you will improve in all parts of the language: speaking, listening, writing, and even reading.
That's why it's so important. And don't worry if it feels hard at first. It's normal. But little by little, it will get easier. Just keep practicing.
That's right. So now let's talk about how you can train your brain to think in English every day. We have some simple exercises to help you. Now let's talk about how to train your brain to think in English. The first step is to start with simple words and phrases. For example, when you see a car, think car instead of the word in your language. Do this with everything around you: door, window, chair, sky. This helps your brain connect words to objects faster.
Yes? And don't just think about single words. Try simple sentences too. Look at your phone and say, "This is my phone. It is black. I use it to call my friends." Or if you see a tree, say, "That tree is tall. It has green leaves. Birds sit on the branches." Even if you are alone, you can say these things in your head.
Another great trick is to ask yourself questions in English. For example, when you wake up, ask yourself, "What will I eat today?" Or, "What time is it now?" Then try to answer in English too. "I will eat eggs and bread for breakfast." Or, "It is 8 o'clock. I need to get ready." This helps you practice thinking in English all day.
That's a great idea. You can also make a habit of thinking in English before bed. Before you sleep, ask yourself, "What did I do today?" Then answer, "I went to work. I talked to my friends. I watched a movie." This helps your brain get used to English every day.
Another tip is to listen to English as much as possible. Try to watch movies or listen to podcasts in English without subtitles. At first, it might be hard, but over time, your brain will understand more and more. You don't need to understand every word, just focus on the general meaning.
Yes, if a whole movie feels too difficult, start with short videos. Watch a short clip and try to guess the meaning. Then watch again and listen carefully. The more you do this, the easier it will be to understand English naturally.
Another way to train your brain is to think about your daily activities in English. When you are cooking, think, "I am cutting vegetables. I am boiling water. The food smells good." When you are walking, think, "The sun is bright. I see people on the street. That car is blue." This makes English a part of your life.
That's a great method. And if you like writing, you can also keep a simple diary in English. Write a few sentences about your day. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just write things like, "Today was a good day. I went to the park. I ate ice cream." This helps you practice thinking and writing in English.
Yes, the key is to practice a little bit every day. You don't need to spend hours studying. Just try to think in English whenever you can. The more you do it, the faster you will improve.
So, start today. Pick one or two of these ideas and try them. Maybe describe objects around you or ask yourself questions in English. Small steps make a big difference.
That's right. Now let's talk about some common mistakes people make when trying to think in English and how to fix them. Let's try some exercises together. These exercises will help you think in English and stop translating. First, let's do a quick thinking practice. Aria, name 5 things you see right now, only in English.
Okay. Laptop, notebook, pen, coffee, and phone.
Great! Now let's try making a sentence about one of them. Pick one item and describe it in a simple sentence.
All right. My laptop is silver and I use it for work.
Perfect! Now, listeners, you can try this too. Look around you and say what you see in English. Don't translate, just say the English words. If you see a chair, say chair. If you see a window, say window. Then, try making simple sentences.
Yes. For example, if you see a book, say, "This is a book. The book is blue. I like to read." Try to do this with everything around you. The more you practice, the easier it gets.
Another good exercise is to tell a short story in English. It can be simple, like talking about your day. For example, "I woke up at 7 a.m. I ate breakfast. I went to work." Try to think and speak only in English.
That's a great exercise. And if you want to practice more, try adding details. For example, instead of just saying, "I ate breakfast," you can say, "I ate eggs and toast for breakfast. I drank coffee. The coffee was hot and strong." This helps you think in full sentences.
Yes! Another fun exercise is to set a timer for 1 minute and talk about anything in English. You can describe your room, your favorite food, or your plans for the day. Just keep talking. Even if you make mistakes, it's okay.
I love that idea. And if you don't know a word, don't stop. Try to explain it in English. For example, if you don't remember the word umbrella, you can say, "It is something you use when it rains. It keeps you dry." This helps your brain stay in English.
That's so helpful. Another tip is to use pictures instead of words in your language. For example, If you are learning new words, look at a picture of a dog instead of seeing the translation in your language. This helps your brain connect directly to English.
Yes. And you can also think in English while doing daily activities. When you're cooking, say, I am cutting vegetables. I am boiling water. I am making soup. When you are walking, think, the sky is blue. I see a bird. The weather is nice. This makes English a part of your life.
That's a great method. And if you like listening to music, try to listen to English songs and guess the meaning of the lyrics. Even if you don't understand everything, just try. This will help you get used to English sounds and words.
Yes. And one more idea. Try to speak in English with a friend. Even if you only know a few words, try to have a small conversation. You can say, hello, how are you? What did you do today? Even a short conversation helps you stop translating and start thinking in English.
That's a great tip. And if you don't have a friend to practice with, you can talk to yourself. Try having a conversation in the mirror. Ask yourself questions and answer in English. It might feel funny at first, but it really helps.
Yes, the key is to practice every day. You don't need to be perfect. Just try. Little by little, your brain will stop translating and English will feel more natural.
Exactly. So, listeners, pick one of these exercises and try it today. Maybe name objects around you, tell a short story, or set a timer and talk for 1 minute. The more you practice, the faster you will improve.
That's right. Now let's talk about some common mistakes people make when trying to think in English and how to fix them.
Now let's do a role play to show how thinking in English helps in real life. We'll pretend I'm a tourist, and Aria is helping me find a restaurant. Listen carefully and try to follow the conversation.
Excuse me, do you need help?
Yes, I'm looking for a good restaurant nearby.
Sure. What kind of food do you like?
I love Italian food.
Great. There's a nice Italian restaurant on Main Street. It's just 5 minutes away.
That sounds perfect. How do I get there?
Go straight on this street, then turn left at the traffic light. You will see the restaurant on your right.
Thank you so much. What's the name of the restaurant?
It's called Bella Pasta. The food there is delicious.
That sounds amazing. Do they have vegetarian options?
Yes, they have pasta, pizza, and fresh salads. You will find many good choices.
That's great. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Enjoy your meal.
Now, listeners, you can practice this role play at home. Try asking for directions or ordering food in English without translating. Let's do another example.
Let's say you're at a restaurant and you want to order food. I will be the waiter, and Alex will be the customer.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to Bella Pasta. How can I help you?
I would like to order some food, please.
Of course. Would you like to see the menu?
Yes, please. What do you recommend?
Our most popular dish is spaghetti with tomato sauce. We also have delicious pizza and fresh salad.
That sounds great. I'll have the spaghetti.
Would you like anything to drink?
Yes, I'll have a glass of orange juice.
Okay, 1 spaghetti and 1 orange juice. Anything else?
No, that's all. Thank you.
You're welcome. Your food will be ready soon.
Now it's your turn, listeners. Try to practice this conversation at home. You can practice with a friend or even practice alone in front of a mirror.
Yes. Imagine you are in a restaurant. What would you say? Try to order food in English without thinking in your native language.
Or, if you are walking in a new city, imagine asking someone for directions. You can say, "Excuse me, where is the train station?" And then try to answer yourself in English.
The more you practice, the easier it gets, and don't worry about mistakes. Just keep going.
That's right. The key is to think in English and use it every day. Little by little, you will improve.
Now it's your turn. Today's challenge is to stop translating for 10 minutes. Think only in English, even if it's just simple words or sentences. Try this while you're walking, cooking, or even before bed.
Yes, you don't have to speak out loud, just think in English. For example, if you see a cup of coffee, don't say the word in your language. Just think, "Coffee, it is hot, I like coffee." This helps your brain get used to English.
And if you feel stuck, don't worry. It's okay to make mistakes. Just keep going. The important thing is to practice every day, even for a few minutes.
We want to hear from you. Did you try thinking in English today? How did it feel? Was it easy or hard? Tell us in the comments or send us a message.
Yes, you can also write a short post about your experience and share it with us. Maybe say something like, "Today, I thought in English for 10 minutes. It was hard, but I did it." That's a big step.
And if you like this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Talk English Today. Every time you listen and practice, you get better.
For more tips and practice, check out our other episodes. We have lots of fun ideas to help you speak English confidently.
Also, if you have any topics you want us to talk about, let us know. We love making episodes that help you learn.
Yes, we're here to help you, so don't be shy. Ask questions, practice with us, and keep going.
That's all for today's episode. Remember, learning English is easier when you stop translating and start thinking in English.
Yes, at first it might feel difficult. You might want to go back to your language. But don't give up. The more you practice, the easier it gets.
Think about it like learning to ride a bike. At first, it feels strange, but after some practice, you don't even think about it. You just ride. The same happens with English.
And don't forget to have fun. Learning should not feel like work. Try using English in a fun way. Maybe listen to music, watch funny videos, or talk to yourself in the mirror.
That's a great idea. And if you don't have anyone to practice with, just pretend. Imagine you're talking to a friend or ordering food at a restaurant.
Before we go, let's review what we learned today. First, stop translating. Second, think in English every day. And third, practice, practice, practice.
Exactly. Just a few minutes each day will help you improve. You don't need to be perfect. Just keep trying.
Thanks for joining us on Talk English today. Keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone. See you next time.